Back for the action here at the Mall of Asia Arena at the half. We're all even at 33 apiece. As we welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, UP and UE kicking off season 81. Sam Corrales and Mix Gomez are on the sidelines for the respective teams. Nikko Ramos here with Marco Benitez as we break down the numbers from the first 20 minutes of action. For all that's been said, Marco, about this UP depth, it seems like there's a lot of load being carried by the first five on the floor.
That's exactly correct. Bright Acueti has 9 points, Juan Gomez Deliano has 8 points. Merle has 6 of those 28 points from the starters. UE rather is leading them in terms of bench points. So apart from Alvin Pasaol, who has 11, you have Alan Beltran, surprisingly second leading scorer for the UE Red Warriors with 8 points. Antiporda has 4 points, Mark Maloles has 4 points, Jason Varela has 2, and so does Wilson Bartolome. So Alvin Pasaol and Chris Connor are the only 2 starters who have scored here for UE, and the rest, all the bench players have really stepped up. Fast break points, 7-0 in favor of UP, but the perimeter so far being dominated by the UE Red Warriors, but in part because Bright Acueti has been doing a good job anchoring the defense of UP inside the post, so UE has had to score from the outside.
And Juan Gomez Deliano, well, it seems like his Rookie of the Year award still tasting a little fresh as he continued and he started off this game on a very bright note. Acueti as well, pun intended, got a big block. And then this big highlight from UP. Now, as impressive as this was, and as hair-raising, and as is this really opening day as that was, that was kind of the last highlight for UP as UE turned on the Jets after that and really flipped the script.
And they played really scrappy, forcing turnovers. UP had 8 turnovers in that first half, a lot of those forced by UE, and Antiporta has been a spark off the bench that time. Excellent decision to kick it out to Mark Maloles. Alvin Pasaol with an awesome step back 3-point shot. Just 3 of his 11 points here in the first half, but UE has continued to be scrappy while UP has relied heavily on Bright Acueti scoring inside. You see him leading the way with 9 points, Pasaol with 11, Beltran and Juan Gomez Deliano has 8 points, Antiporta has 4, David Merle has 6 points for UP.
And, you know, Paul Desiderio is a name that's not on there very early on in the game. We saw him convert from 3, totaled 5 points, 2 of 10.
Yeah.
We talked about Merle and what he has had to do to try and limit Pasaol. Pasaol still came up with 11, but UE trying to make it difficult for Paul Desiderio is another talking point that, you know, should deserve a lot more attention because they've done a good job on the UP Fighting Maroon Desiderio.
We've seen multiple defenses being thrown at UP and at Paul Desiderio in particular. They've gone to a 2-3 zone, they've gone to a 2-2-1 full court press, they've gone to a man-to-man press. Just Coach Joe bringing a lot out of that magic or that coach's cap of his.
It's really an opportunity to flex here for Joe Silva. For those of you who aren't familiar, all the success that the Ateneo Blue Eaglets have achieved at the UAAP Juniors in the recent years, Coach Silva was at the helm of that, and has since, from moving on to that program, has found this UE head coaching position that, you know, is a great opportunity for himself personally. But going back to what Migs was reporting on earlier, he said his personal goal is to set up his own players and to make sure that they are set up in a position even after the UAAP that they're done well.
You see Atinto, Paul Desiderio averaged 16.6, 4.7 and 2.2 assists. A lot is riding on his shoulders this season for UP, and so far defenses have really keyed in on trying to stop Paul Desiderio. Just 20% from the field right now. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover for Desiderio. It's the other guys who have really had to step up. Talking about Bright Acueti, Gomez Deliano. We saw Diego Dario on your screen. So far still scoreless here in the first half for UP.
Well, we'll take